So this month I'm going to do a whole series of videos of just me rambling. What do you think about that? Well, I'll tell you why I'm going to do these videos. It's because, like some of you know, I've been traveling around the world for the past really 6 months. I've been in so many countries and in so many states, meeting so many fabulous people. I've been working intently back in Australia with some amazing witches and gypsies, and set up an online store. I've finished off a whole bunch of books in my Wiccan witchcraft series, while at the same time doing spells not only for myself but for other people. So let me tell you, I am totally fried. I'm crispy fried. So what I generally do anyways is that I take a whole bunch of time off spell casting. I'm a academic and researcher. I'm a clinical psychologist by trade. And so I love to indulge into research, understanding the human psyche. And then as a witch, and an occultist, I love digging in deeper and exploring everything else that's out there historically. So this is going to be my month of indulgence in doing that. So don't be asking for anything. I'm not doing anything for anyone. And also, I'm not doing anything for myself. So what this actually means is that you're going to be seeing a whole lot of me this month. It's June 2016. I'm just going to be talking off the cuff for a few minutes every other day, just in this undone up state, probably with a glass of wine in the evening, just talking to you about the occult, about my personal beliefs, and some of the positives and negatives that I've experienced over the past 25, probably 30 years with all different types of religions and magical practices and where I'm at. So if you're not interested in this sort of stuff, tune out. That's totally cool. Find what you're loving and what interests you. That's the beauty of these type of channels. For those of you that enjoy my channel and enjoy my ramblings, well, I'm going to try and answer some of those questions that you guys have patiently waited for over this time. I'm going to clear up some of the inconsistencies that may appear because I am writing in Wicca and witchcraft, but I'm practicing black magic. And for some of you who go, my God, this woman's psychotic, or she's just full of shit. So I'll explain to you why I do what I do and why I share the information that I share on YouTube and these sort of channels. I will talk about the spiritual world and the different levels in the spiritual world. I'm going to talk specifically, and then, well, let me just share with you first. I'll talk specifically about gods, demons, and spirits, and the dead. So I'll just judge by the maturity of the comments on how far I'll go with disclosing some information. Look, I'll start with this, that it's called the occult for a reason, and that's because we have a lot of people out there who are just, and I'm not scared of comments, say whatever you want. It's your right to think what you want and say what you want. I don't give a shit. I really don't. I really respect your opinion for where it is and where it's at. So just do what you want. At the same time, I don't want younger viewers or people that haven't had that background in understanding the philosophy behind our practices, our skills, our teachings, to get hold of such information and hurt themselves. So even though I'm a black witch, I don't want people hurting themselves. If I cast a spell on someone that I don't like, that's a whole different ball game. But that doesn't, I don't know you who's watching this video. I don't know your background, your circumstances, your country, anything like that. And I honestly wish everyone out there love and success and happiness. But for those of you who are just, if I share with you some advanced theories and practices on the open market, that's irresponsible for me. So I hope that answers a few questions out there about why I don't jump straight into these different practices on YouTube. So let me stick to the point. Why do I talk about Wicca so much? Why do I talk about witchcraft when I'm a practicing chaos witch? Well, here's the thing. In my coven, I have a lot of different members who practice different spiritual practices. And I really respect whatever practices that they're doing. In fact, I find it really interesting because when you look higher up the tree where all of these magical practices and religions are derived from, the top of the pyramid, they all start to scatter down and you start to see patterns, right? And they'll all start to get their own different taste and flavor and specific ritual based on the region that they're in, the skill level and the technology that's available to these people. So I can't put down one level of magical practice over another. You have to understand that it's all coming from the same place, okay? So it just depends on which version of this higher level magic practice you're getting and how comfortable you are. Now, if you're practicing, for example, hoodoo, I absolutely love hoodoo. I've just created a whole new set of courses, and I've been doing amazing work with some hoodoo voodoo people, especially in New Orleans. And in my own practices for years and years and years, I've done a whole bunch of voodoo dolls and mojo bags and all sorts of baths and washes and all sorts of stuff. I love that. But what I do when I'm really, what the spells for myself at the higher level, it's very much that ancient magic that evokes spirits. That's what really works for me. But why it works for me is because I'm not scared of the spiritual side. I've done the background work. I've done the research. I understand my limitations and I understand the hierarchy on the other side. I understand where our modern religions fit into the practices of magic and how that has tainted my mind in the past, and I've done a lot of work to get real through understanding of the reason for scriptures and religions and so forth. And so psychologically my mind is set and ready to understand and not freak out when something appears before me and I thought I wasn't ready for it, I wasn't bringing that in, and there it is, it wants to be dealt with. So are you ready for that watching YouTube? You know, are you the video viewer that's ready to see something like that and not freak out? Do you know how to handle that? Do you have the background knowledge? Can you do X, Y, and Z? For most of you, the answer is no. You won't have that background and knowledge. You're probably just watching a few videos or watch some movies. And I'm not putting you down, right? Because we've all started from somewhere. But you really have to understand where all of this fits in and how to protect yourself and what it's really all about and what you can expect from doing magic and what are the limitations. And there's so many different elements of this. So what I'm really saying is that the reason why I teach what some people in the dark arts say is fluffy magic, like Wicca, because I really enjoy it. I love lighting a candle. I love putting my blood on a candle. I love putting some ingredients, herbs onto a candle, dress it with oils and put out an intention. That makes me feel connected. That actually vibrationally, it's a different level of working, but it really works because it's really the law of attraction, and I'll get into that into a different video. But I hope I sound totally chaotic. I've gone on to 10 minutes now. I said I wasn't going to do that. But I just wanted to share with you and trying to give you a little touch of how broad a subject this really is. When you think of witches or Wicca or pagans, it's not all one and the same. It's so exciting. It's like Alice going down into the rabbit hole, and she's presented with a whole set of doors, and then every door that you open, there's another door that you can look in. And I got to tell you, it's so indulgent, it's so exciting, and the reason why it's so indulgent and exciting is because it's real. Magic works. Magic has been around since the beginning of human existence, and just because of the current state of affairs of the world, it's been watered down. But with practice and dedication, the magic is really what will change your life and bring you the biggest gifts. And it's not just financially the biggest gifts, although anyone that practice magic should not be financially challenged, but it's something that you need to work on. However, the gifts can be just in enjoying your existence, having enough and appreciating that. That's probably the biggest gift that you can give to yourself. So anyway, I'm working on my own indulgence this month, and I'll be sharing with you some of my thoughts and philosophies. So if you have any questions, throw them under the comments. And if you don't like my ramblings, bugger off. And anyway, I wish you all very well. Ciao for now.